stars. The lights, they shine. Do you love the arts? Well, you've come on time. We have the music, the stories, the performances, all creatives. But shh. At 11:11 we pause. A moment of inspiration so your soul can glow. Then back to the spotlight. Center stage.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Center Stage.
At the Coriander Restaurant in Boynton.
Yeah, it's an Indian fusion with European flares. Wow. I have some dishes that I ordered, and we'll get there later. But welcome to the show. We're excited to be here.
Yeah, very good. And we have a very special guest today.
Mucho special.
Mucho special.
And he is one of the greatest coaches in South Florida for acting. But he's not just an actor, Frank. A coach, Frank. He's an actor.
And a coach.
And a musician.
And a singer.
And a writer. But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more.
Introducing Michael Jacques, but I call him Monsieur Jacques. Comment ça va, monsieur? Oh, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, really.
Yeah,
it's fantastic to be here on the show today.
It's well, there's so much that we have to cover. And we have somebody else coming here very soon, Kimberly Douglas. She's on her way, guys. Don't worry.
Right, and Michael, I didn't realize you were so hungry. Look what's sitting in front of you.
Well, it's just a snack.
Just a snack?
Yeah, I'm going to warm up here.
It's a lot of good snacks. And you know what, guys? For those that are gluten-free, diets, they have a lot of gluten-free choices here, and it's in exotic flavors and something so different. Anyways, Michael, back to you. So tell us.
Wait, would you like my eyeline here to you guys?
No, look at the camera. Do it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Michael, tell us a little bit about what you're doing these days.
Coaching, obviously, and writing. Working on my second book. I just finished up my first one a couple years back. That's doing well. I write screenplays and play in a band, play music. I basically just, living the life of a artist, basically. Yeah, a refusal to grow up is probably more akin.
And something that you're not talking about, you're also an award-winning actors coach and as well as an actor. In general, award-winning, you guys. This is somebody who's very, 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 very great at your craft. And because I've heard reviews, and we have special reviews specifically for your abilities and what you're able to teach and your style. Can you give us an example?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you the short version of it. Basically, because I was just talking about this with one of my classes last night. I don't subscribe to any particular method because I don't believe in dogma, but I do believe in an encompassing experience. You bring in good work, good coaching, good students, make sure everything is professionally set, and then I bring in tenets of blocking and script analysis and some tenets of method, but not a lot of it gets a little ridiculous. But I bring in that, or improvisations, et cetera, historical things, camera blocking, and we just encompass it all into one class so that I'll put it to you this way. Normally when you go to a working set down here, my students will call and say it's a class reunion. So it's basically everybody from my class is the ones who are ending up on the commercial bookings or films. General rule.
Well, you know what? That's exactly what Kimberly said to me. She explained to me, and I'm talking about Kimberly Douglas of Flow Film Festival. This is somebody who understands the film industry very well. And you used a lot of jargon that I don't know if the viewers understand. For instance, blocking. Something like blocking. What else did you say? You said lighting. You said script analysis. I mean, so give me an example of those three things.
Okay. We have a chair for somebody right here.
It's official. She's here.
So, yeah, right? Someone's waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Hey.
Okay, everyone. So, the one who I've been speaking about from Flow Film Festival, nobody other than the wonderful
Kimberly.
KD. I love it. Hey, KD. I'm only KD with you. Okay.
Hey.
You guys.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. We're just talking about Michael. He's giving us 3 examples of blocking, of script analysis, and what was the third thing?
I'll
That
riff
thing.
on it.
Yeah.
I've never been accused of not having things to say. So, blocking is, for example, when you're on a set and the director, they want you to have specific movements. That's one form of blocking. Another type of blocking is if you're doing a live performance, how you need to block your performance to work with the audience. So with film and TV, it's the camera's right here, so the blocking is really contingent on the shot. When you're doing theater, it's an open stage. There you are in one world, and you got to block accordingly to pay attention to the audience. Script analysis is taking a script and breaking it down and making sure that the students, the actors, that we understand what's actually happening in the script. And that sort of incorporates blocking as well. All of these things are interwoven together. The other thing that I think that I had mentioned was, what was the other one? Maybe we'll talk about subtext, for example. So if I get a line of dialogue, I have to sort of break down the subtext of it. Because with acting, it's not what you say, it's what you're really saying. And that's what really matters. And like I always say, the actor's job, you make that which is unreal, real. That's our job. That's what we're supposed to do. Don't get cute, do your stuff, and knock it out. And one other thing, too, I am also, I've been accused of being a very hard class. Kimberly knows, right? Because we do Chekhov, we do Shakespeare, we do Tennessee Williams, we do Arthur Miller, we do David Mamet. We only do the top authors in all of literature. And the reason that I do that, talk about run-on sentences here, but the reason that I do that is because I want students to have the repertoire. You need repertoire, whether you're a musician, an actor, director, whatever, you have to have repertoire. So,
And what do you mean by repertoire?
you know, in other words, to know where you're going, you got to know where you're coming from. So if I go in and I'm an actor and I go into an audition and the casting director or the director on a callback or something says, well, give me something a little bit more in the line of, say, a David Mamet kind of vibe. Well, you better know what he's talking about, or she, because at that point, otherwise you're going to put your foot in your mouth and look like an idiot. And that's very, very bad for your career. So repertoire gives you that, gives you the knowledge. It also gives you the muscle. Repertoire for an artist is like a musician doing scales. So it's just repetition, repertoire, repetition. You're just repeating and gaining and expanding your knowledge so that when push comes to shove, you're good to go.
Wow, that is really, and Kimberly, Kimberly attends his classes many times, and now,
I'm so privileged.
well, she always is privileged, and I love that you say that because it puts Michael Jacques as somebody who's very, very talented, and it showcases that in his teaching.
Absolutely incredible. Like I said, I'm very fortunate to be welcomed into his space.
You're an unofficial member.
I appreciate it. But he really does bring the gravitas to the art, to the craft, right? And coming from my background in Hollywood and the way we train back there, which he's also very familiar with, which is what he brings to the table over here. As an executive producer now, I go and I cast out of his class. I'm just really heartened to know that our South Florida talent is prepared to address whatever is coming our way in production. He gives me a lot of faith that, with directing people to him, that they will be of the caliber easily that's required for the next wave of production that's coming.
And I love that. And I really appreciate that so much, Jacques, because the reason because we went through like a very, very like dead spell, like pre-COVID time. There was like nothing going on, and that was the Rose Warner era when she was just fighting for us to get back. And so I'm seeing it before my eyes, and because of you, Monsieur Jacques, you helped make this process, that us going to the next level, which is what Kimberly is talking about, because that's your background.
Yeah, and it's huge because it's a great complement to the work that I do as far as building the crews, right? So what we have is now becoming a complete package. We have the next generation of storytellers coming up with their production quality being elevated. We have excellent talent in the area to highlight South Florida. Like, it's all coming together in a really phenomenal way, and I'm so proud to be in alignment with him and being part of that movement, because we really have the talent
level.
for it. Yeah.
Right?
How long have you,
Elevated
Mike? How
everything.
long have you been doing this?
Basically my whole life. My whole life, basically. You know, I've been coaching for decades. And I like it. So I keep doing it.
And he just got his driver's license.
I did. How'd you know? Anyway, you know, I did want to make a comment about something. I've always been down here in the community. I've always been a bit of an outlier, or a rebel in a sense, because I do what I want to do and I don't ask for permission. And I have broken some stereotypes. I have stepped on a few toes along the way, and that's okay, because I think you need to. Again, getting back to what I said earlier about dogma and dogmatic thinking, I just really don't. That doesn't jive with me.
And for the ironically, dogma is it's a term that comes from India, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's an
So
origin.
can you
but
explain to our audience what dogma means?
yes, absolutely. I'll use it in context to what I'm referring to.
Okay.
You know, so often, and fair warning, I'm going to step on some toes. Get over it.
Dun.
So, with, quote, method acting, that's a dogma. And it's become a accepted form of procedure that is not questioned, and people just go along with it. And let me give you a perfect example of that. So let's say that 1960, 1970, whatever, I'm in Lee Strasberg's class, or I'm in Meisner's class, and I'm learning all of this method, this technique, and then they move on. Well, let's fast forward now to the modern times, right? 2025, 26. And somebody says, oh, I study the Meisner technique, or I study the Strasberg technique. And I would say, frankly, no, you don't. If Lee Strasberg is not teaching the class, it's not the Strasberg technique. It becomes a dogmatic version of what somebody's inspiration was. Acting coaching, any kind of teaching, is inspirational. It's not empirical based. It's inspirational. I just happen to have been born with a skill that I've been fortunate enough to learn how to utilize it to create success for other people.
Are you the middle child?
No. But anyway, I know, anticlimactic answer, but no.
No, but that's a really good answer too, because the quality that the capacity and quality you've instilled in the students that have come through your course, that continue to go through your tutelage, like, they are inspired to teach. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they guide each other.
Yes,
They guide the other
yes.
actors on set that may have less experience. Even with me, like, I'm not an acting coach per se, but because you see, in our position, you see someone struggling, if you know how to get them where they need to be. Like, I'm not a coach, but I was inspired to help an actor on my set achieve what he needed to do.
And
So
you used a lot of his techniques, right? You were telling me.
he's incredible.
So, but
He's incredible.
well, I was speaking of that. It made me think. What's the psychological aspect of an actor, like to go into that world?
Well,
That's a weighted question.
I'm an acting coach, not a therapist.
No, but it coincides.
But you played one on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
So fake it till you make
But
it, baby.
I wanted to get back to the method or dogmatic method again, just real quick, and I'll put a cap on that. So many people now are perpetuating the dogma without ever questioning it. In other words, if you're not Sanford Meisner, you're not teaching the Meisner technique. If you're not Lee Strasberg, Uta Hagen, etc., you're not teaching that technique. That is absolutely specific to that individual, and it will never be replicated. It happens in arts, it happens in sports, it happens in politics, it's everywhere. There are certain people that are really good at what we do, and there are other people that follow trends. I'm not one of those trend followers. I do what I think is right, and so far so good. The proof is in the pudding, as we say. You know.
Well, you're absolutely right. And you can't, an art teacher today can't say, I'm teaching Michelangelo technique.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You can't.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right.
The Jacques technique.
Nah, that's too pretentious. Don't even say
love
that.
that.
Nah. You know,
I'm gonna get.
and
I'm gonna
there-
give a T-shirt with that on there. With
No.
Jacques technique.
I do have a saying that I like. I would, if I was going to make a T-shirt, I would put my saying. This is one of my sayings. Okay, may I? I'm going to step on more toes now.
Go ahead.
No, you don't have to step on.
I have a
toes.
saying. Every time a model books a gig, an actor dies.
Say that again. Every time.
Model books a gig.
One more time.
And
one
with
more time.
and with that stepping on toes, we have to break to a commercial, and we will be back in a few.
This is Smoke Barbecue. We're located in Fort Lauderdale at 3351 Northeast 32nd Street, Fort Lauderdale 33308. Our website is www.eatsmokebbq.com. It's EATSMOKEBBQ.com. You can order online. We also do catering for 10 to 10,000.
If you are looking to bring your family out to an incredible food venue, this is the place. We're at Smoke Barbecue in East Fort Lauderdale. Everything is amazing. You can see their faces on our crew, and the amount of food that they have taken down in about 15 minutes is absolutely unbelievable.
And we're still going. I can't talk them either.
And everything is coming. So here, let's eat.
Frank A. Ruffolo, a renowned author and screenwriter known for his books such as 10048, Blue Falcon, Memoir of a Soldier, and his latest, Samuel of Sarah. Check out his website, frankaruffolo.com, for more info or purchase his books on Amazon.
At 11:11 we pause. With a deep breath, close your eyes. Breathe in slowly. Imagine a gentle wave rolling towards the shore. As you exhale, picture the stillness at the crest of the wave. Breathe in the love in your heart. Exhale and release all your love to the extremities. At 11:11, remember peace begins with the breath. Love begins with the heart, and kindness is the gift we can all share. And that's Center Stage, brought to you by Sea Sirens.
Be a right spec.
Hi guys, we're back.
Welcome back to Center Stage. And we're here interviewing Michael Jacques. Oh my gosh, I just dropped the cut. No, I'm just kidding. And I have Kimberly Douglas here with us. from
One of
Flow.
Michael's proteges.
And so, let's finish what you were saying. Just, do you remember? Okay. Well, anyways, just.
No, I made a quote that was, interesting, and we broke to a commercial. I think that was really nice.
Give the quote again.
Yes.
Oh, every time a model books a gig, an actor dies. That's
Every time a model books a gig, an actor dies. What does
well.
that mean?
Okay, the backstory of that is down here in South Florida, and maybe in other markets as well. Kimberly helped me out here.
Yeah.
But there are people that are going into our profession that don't have the training and don't have any right, or they should not be there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Break it. You know, if you're a model, do modeling. Actors
Yes.
don't do modeling. We do acting.
There are plenty
Models
of
do
pretty
modeling.
people in South Florida.
Exactly.
We love them all. But just because you look good on camera doesn't mean that you're
You are
an
good
actor.
doesn't mean that you're good on camera.
Yeah, doesn't mean you're good on camera.
And
just 'cause
I
you look good
feel
on camera.
that there is reputations being challenged, and let me clarify this, if I could. Is that, yeah. Anyway, so the point that I wanted to make is this: when you have people that are not professionally trained, they don't have the background, they don't have the skill, and they don't have the desire to do it. That's the most fundamental, because if you want to be in this business, but I don't want to study. Where does that go? You know? So this is what we get. But down here in Florida, they reward this type of behavior. They really do. You're a model, you're an actor who doesn't train, but we're going to send you out to auditions and you're going to book stuff. And now you become somebody who represents the acting community. And in a very very poor light. And we wonder why South Florida continues to lose the acting gigs, because people are masquerading as artists and they're not. And it just goes down and up the food chain. Really. Controversy is something
I
that...
agree with you 100%, and it's really sad, but I do have faith and hope. Back to you, Kimberly. You were telling me that your work, there was a film that you were helping with the casting, and they were all Michael's students.
Well, I mean, Michael's students are making incredible strides, and to speak to what he's speaking about, you know, we have a large model community because we have a lot of pageantry down here. We have a big commercial market, which is fine. You're going to get commercials, you know, beauties in the sun type stuff. It has its place. But as Michael was saying, they're masquerading. They're not truly artists. They're not interested in learning and having a craft of their own, honing their own talent. They're just pretty faces. And Michael's students work all the time. They're always at work.
Always.
So whether I've hired them or somebody else is hiring them, they're always working. And then on top of it, to top that off, they've been in several of my films this year. I've done 8 films this year. They were in probably 5 of them. Multilingual films as well. But on top of that, I'm an official member, so I'm in the team. I'm not in the group chat yet, but I'm wiggling.
You're in the
And if I may make one addendum, is also that I want to make this crystal clear. I don't have any kind of aversion toward models. I have none. It means nothing to me.
No, that's.
But the problem is when I see people that are not actors, they are taking our jobs.
Yeah.
And they're giving them to people that, I put it this way, this is the truth. I actually met somebody on a set once. She told me, oh, I don't want to be an actor, I just do commercials. That's like, oh.
Yeah.
But that's the same. That's the same thing, though. And I can see where you're coming from. She shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And yet they are, and they get rewarded.
Because they have the look.
Exactly. But they don't have the talent.
No.
And Michael's students are so dedicated that they not only just incredible talent overall and then honed by him, but they're also genuinely interested in our industry as a whole. So most of them are not just actors. They're also writers. They're also filmmakers. They're also editors. They're also they're ingrained in the industry. And I think that's a huge difference, because definitely with the models, especially if you're not interested in acting, you're not going beyond that, right? So, you're going to come in and take. You come in and you book a job and you take the money and you run and then try to book another one, because the money is good most of the time for commercial stuff. But they're not doing anything in the industry.
But that's just it. I mean, and Michael, with that said, because your class is just like phenomenal, and where can our viewers find you?
You can find me on Instagram. That's basically DM me. DM me, direct message me on Instagram, Film Acting Michael Jacques on Instagram. If you put in film acting, it usually comes up as the first one. And that's about it, nothing more.
Have you ever thought about doing classes for models?
My groan just revealed my true feeling. No. I've tried. I'm good, but I'm not that good. Yeah. Listen, look, modeling's an honorable profession, but it's not acting. It's not entertainment. It is product delivery. That's all it is. Don't confuse it, right?
And you said you do improv also?
Yeah.
Okay, can you do a little quick improv?
Sure, let's do a short form. You gonna do it with me?
All of us can do all of it, yeah. I don't know.
Well, with improvisation, we have to know where we're going. So we're doing short form, long form. Are we doing the Herald? What are we doing? Right? So I know I'm going like this right now.
The actors need to handle this one.
A simple short form would be an A, B, C. But again, if you don't know the rules, it might go off the rails rather quickly.
It's been a while.
So I would start off by saying, this is a lovely shade of green. Don't you agree?
You know what I love about green? Is that I'm a gringo.
And he's waiting because you have to give it back to me. So if I said that, you would say, and then you give it back to me, and I close the phrase.
Okay, I remember now. Okay, one more time. Action.
Back to one, right? Don't you love this green?
I do. I love green lights because I'm a gringo. What about you?
Oh, Lord.
Really short.
Yeah, right. Very short. Shortest improv in the history of improvisation.
But
I mean, I can
is
sit.
that what you asked?
Yeah, no, you're right.
A,
You're
B,
right.
C. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there is rules that have to be adhered to. Otherwise, we shut down.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You gotta keep it going.
Right.
So what would be an
This is
example
getting
of
way
that?
too complicated. We should
Okay,
get back to
fine.
stuff.
For all the gringos, I love you.
Green goes.
Green goes.
Green
goes
goes with
where?
yellow.
The green. I like that. Green goes with yellow.
That could be looked at a really wrong way too, though.
Why?
Because if you're looking at no.
No.
I'm not.
No.
That one went right over my head. I don't know.
Oh, I'm so going to be in trouble. Anyways, so back to what's the next thing coming up on your wonderful world of Michael Jacques?
Well, well, a lot of things. I'm always trying to keep busy, trying to keep forward motion in life, you know. I'm not a young man anymore, so I want to get busy with what I got, right? So what's next? Well, I'm finishing up my second book, and now I'm going through the editing phase, which is...
Oh,
Tell us a little bit about your book.
no good.
Well, my first book is basically, it's called Acting My Way, and you can get it on Amazon. It's a great book, if I do say so, right? I'm shameless self-promotion. But basically it's a sort of a conversational technique kind of a book without being pedagogical or without being boring, like a lot of these acting method books, and I've read literally all of them. They're usually they're dull.
So it's not wordy and it gets straight to the point.
Yeah, the chapters are usually 2 or 3 pages, just right to the
wonderful.
point, and you can just
2 to 3 pages and boom.
and you can surf around
And it's
anywhere.
a very accomplishing sense. And what about the second book?
The second book is more of just a narrative on life in the arts, life as an artist, just the narrative. It's just a free form kind of thinking.
Okay. And now you're writing the third one.
No, my second. I'm editing my second,
you're
getting ready
editing
to
the second.
put it
Okay.
out for hardcover, paperback.
Okay, so and you said Amazon. That's what do we look for on Amazon?
Acting My Way.
Acting My Way by Michael Jacques. And we have to wrap this up, but
Sure.
Michael, can we have you back?
I would love to be back. I
And your
feel so
band.
honored to be here, really.
And your band.
Oh, really great. What's the name of your band? And what are you
Oh,
playing? Where can we hear you?
Oh, well, we're dancing around here. The band is called Moss. Michael, Andrew, and Steve. One of the most original band names known.
And you also have videos on YouTube of you teaching.
Yes, I have a YouTube channel that I give guitar instructions and other sort of nonsense. And then I've got like 48 Instagram pages.
You gotta drop your email.
I don't like giving out my email.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I love your email address.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, if anybody wants to contact me, go through Instagram, or you can reach out to me on Facebook as well.
Well,
I think that's about it. Thank you so
Michael,
much for
thank
having
you
me
so
here, guys.
much for
Really.
having us. I mean,
Thank you for letting me
having
join you. I'm so happy to see you.
New friends,
Yeah,
old
thank you.
friends. I love
for
it.
being here
Thank you for
and
being
spending
here.
this time together. And Kimberly, thank you so much for coming up.
Oh,
and being
thank
a
you
part
for
of
letting
this.
me know. I'm so
And
glad to be here.
Stay tuned, guys, because the Brooklyn Cafe is next. We're here at Coriander Restaurant, Indian cuisine with a European flair.
On Wilbright Road in Boynton Beach. Come on by.
Come on by, guys.
Thank you for watching Center Stage.